Okay, let me see. Joseph. Correct. More people are coming. Let's keep accepting them. I want to see Joseph. You're on board. I want to see you so that I can share the screen. I'm not seeing you on this. I'm not seeing you to assign. I'll meet everyone so that we don't have that. Okay, now, Joseph, if you're around, just let me know because I can't see you here.
Hello.
Hello, yeah?
Yeah, I'm joining the meeting now.
Okay. Excellent. I need to see you so that I can assign co-host to you as well.
Am I in now?
I can't see you. I can hear your voice, but I can't see you on the list. I want to assign a co-host to you so that you can share your slides.
Okay, all right.
But if I can see, what name did you store your? I can't see your name.
Tony Orubon, please. Yeah, I can see my name here.
No, I can see your name. I'm talking about the Joseph.
Orubon Tony.
I've seen
Orubon Tony.
I've seen that. So, but I'm thinking about Mr. Joseph. PC Joseph. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so we have 15 people on board now. Over 40 people registered.
Able to assign it now?
Okay, are you the anchor person? We're waiting for Mr. Joseph.
Okay.
Hello, madam.
Okay.
Hello, ma.
What am I doing? Okay. Yes, our anchor person is important. Excellent. So now, Mr. Let me see. Joseph. Oh, is it off again? Yes, I can see him now. Yes. So now we have PC Joseph. I mean professional colleague Joseph on board. Now, please permit me to use a few minutes to see if I can introduce him. Now, Joseph is one of my professional colleagues said we should just call each other professional colleague. But actually, if I if I have to look at it in terms of our numbering, membership number, is actually way my senior. Okay. Now he's based in the US, and he has volunteered to anchor this today's session. I don't know. I already shared his thoughts in the introduction. So that's exactly what I have here. He's the managing partner of Eniola Adesuyi and Co. Chartered Accountants, 15 years in practice. This is his title, the job title, program management accountant, so many titles. His hometown is Ekiti State. His alma mater is Yabatek, and he has HND, Nigerian HND accounting. Washington DC University, Palmer, Washington State, MBA General and MBA Finance. Mission statement: lifesaver, anchoring and supporting the key turning points of all whom I come in contact with. People like us that he met along the line. So from time to time, he's been giving us hints, areas of improvement, and now he's here to anchor this. So please let us welcome him. The program is anchored by Paige, but he's the facilitator for today. Paige is professional accountant group chief, the type of mayor of ICAN members. So we have presently over 40 people that have subscribed to attend this. So I expect that more people will be coming. So from time to time, I'll be muting us if we're hearing any background noise, so that we'll have a quiet time. So Mr. Joseph, welcome on board, and over to you. You are co-host at the moment.
Thank you. Thank you. Good.
Sorry. You are a co-host, so you should be able to unmute yourself.
Okay. Good evening, everybody, and good morning here in US. So, well, we are here today to present to us what is one of the important things, to make life easier for everybody and to make us an employers of ourselves, and also to create employment for as many people as possible. This is very, very important, and that is what I'm trying to anchor today, and it's going to be an introductory aspect of that entrepreneurship. And there is a series of things I need to take you through, and is what many of us understand and know, but it's good to take ourselves through all of them again, so that at least we will understand the nitty-gritties of what the entrepreneurship is all about. And when we are trying to venture into it, we ourselves, we know what it entails, what it takes, determinations, the participations, the resolution, and every other thing that need, to know about this, we will take us through it in this very short period of time. Once again, my name is Joseph Eniola Adesuyi, partly from Ekiti State and also from Lagos State. As I said, my alma mater is Yaba College of Technologies. Yes, I passed through the tutelage of Akeju, and it was quite an experience. Passed through Yaba College of Technologies, and that has really grew me. And I came with 2-1 out of Yaba Tech, and I went also to Washington State University, having gone through some other bachelor degree course, tried to do my MBA program in both general management and also in finance. I've been working all along, and I've been trying to look for this opportunity to help people, especially people of the same mind, people in my profession, who need help and who need more enlightenment in some areas of my core competence, so that we will all enjoy the union together, the relationship together. And that is my belief in life, to volunteers, to help others. I started from Nigeria too. I was involved in tax technical assistance to some countries. I volunteers, forgetting what I was doing before, and on and on. And that is the benefit that also brought me to US eventually. So I love volunteering. I love helping people. I love guiding people. So whatever I can do. So that's why I'm here today, to contribute these quotas to my fellows accountants. I was inducted far back as 2001 into ICAN's family, and also I was inducted as a fellow in 2015. Yes, in United States here. So I've been working with people. I've been in the industry for 15 years. I registered my audit firms in 15 years ago, and I've been practicing. So I know what it entails to be an entrepreneur. I know what it entails to be an entrepreneur. So, that is what I want to take our people through. That is what I want to also guide our people through, especially those who could not make the bold step to move forward, to do something, to become the employers of themselves and to start using their time for themselves, which at the end of the day will benefit them, will benefit the nation and everybody. So that is why I'm here today. I have the family here with me, my beautiful children, two girls and 1 boy. Sorry, two boys and 1 girl, and a beautiful wife, supporting one. And we thank God for a good governance God is giving United States right away now, as we can see that, we have a good governance now. So who will unite us together, and who will bring people up from all diversity, that is the strength of America. So diversities, bring people of different culture, different ideas, different philosophy, and bring them together to improve. That is what we all need. So we can't work in isolation. We have to work together as a people. So having said that briefly, I would like to leave it with PC Uti. If there's anything you want to chip in before I start sharing my presentation. Over to you, Mr. Uti.
I don't have anything. The floor is just for you.
Okay.
The platform is provided by Page, brought for this purpose. So we've already spent some time already. So I think it's better to leave the floor for you fully.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. I want to start sharing host disable partition screening. Stop video. You are the host. Can you allow me to start sharing? you are the host. Can you please allow me to share, please?
The co-host now. You're co-host now.
Okay, I can share now, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Yes, Can you see? Can you see my sharing?
White now. It's just white.
Can you see my sharing?
Your screen is white. It's white. Nothing,
It's white?
nothing is showing here. Yes, it's just like a whiteboard.
Oh, okay. Please hold on. Sorry about the glitch. Stop sharing. What is happening? Sorry about that. Yeah. Can you see my sharing?
Yes. Introduction to entrepreneurship.
Yeah, introductions to entrepreneurship, the key hub, prosperity and greatness. That is the topic today is going to be that introductions to entrepreneurship, the key hubs and what we can call, that's the hub to nations, economics, development and prosperity. And it's all the same thing. So as you can see on this platform, we have some topics to cover. What is an entrepreneurship? So where was it started? Then who was the first entrepreneur? So we are going to look at it. Why should you become one? We are going to look at it that what age is appropriate to become one? And also what are the benefits? What are the benefits to become an entrepreneur and also to a nation? Then we are going to go through the main building block of any business entrepreneurship. So this entrepreneurship is very, very critical and very key to a nation building, nation prosperity and greatness. If there's anything America becomes today, and even other developed country, it started from entrepreneurship. And we are going to look at it, how it helped to build a nation. And don't forget, building a nation starts from individual. When I build myself to become great, you build yourself to become great, family build themselves to become great, and family be a unit of a society, they all come together and that country become great. So that is why it is very, very important. We have individual business, we have family business that are dated back to many years, like 100 years, and they are still running it. It all started from entrepreneurship. So these are the topics we are going to cover today. And we can say that the entrepreneurship we are going to learn today we have innovation, business orientation, knowledge, it have need team, risk tolerance, the assertiveness, and so many other things that we are going to learn today that have to be connected to be an entrepreneur. So we are going to take us through them one by one. And the question is that, what is an entrepreneurship? So I want to say that it is a creative art of living things to identify living things, challenges, or threats. Idealization of solutions to the same, creation of a living atmosphere, and offering of the value proposition to manage the threats or challenges in a profitable manner for all involved parties. So that is, if you look at this definition, you realize that it is a creative act of living things. It doesn't limit it to human being alone. Even the animals, they have a way of being creative to solve their problem. They look at the problem they are facing and they find a way around it. Like a bird, realize that he need a net where he can sleep in and put and lay egg and hatch egg and put his the kills, the chickens, the small bird. He created that for himself. That's an entrepreneurship spirit that we are talking about here. If having no net is a challenge, but a bird look a way around it, created that net, live inside for warmness, and also to be able to lay egg and to hatch it. So that is a creative art. No, it is a challenge that propel people to get this done. And that is the spirit that we are trying to, create here. And one thing that connects everything together is action. You see that if that bird did not take action to carry all sorts of grass and everything and bring them together to make a net, that net where he can sleep will never come to pass. So that is what we are creating. Action is very, very important. And when you see a challenge or a threat, you have an idea. That is what is called idealization or ideations, is so of solution, to the same. And you try to create an enable atmosphere environment and try to offer a value proposition, something that to make that challenge to fade away or that threat to be taken care of. And then when you do it in a profitable manner, whereby every party involved, including you, and if it is problem that you are solving for yourself, that problem will take care. If it is for other will pay for it, and you also offer that solution, you win, they win. The threat is taken off, or is taken away, and you yourself, you win. So that is how the entrepreneurship work. And more than that, we'll see that from idea to business. That's what we are talking today, from idea to a business. We are moving forward. What is an entrepreneurship? We continue with that. The meaning of entrepreneurship involves an entrepreneurs who take action to make a change in the world. Whether start-up entrepreneurs solve people's problems that may struggle with each other, bring people together in a way no one has before, or build something revolutionary that advances society, they all have one thing in common: action. Action. When you see a situation, when you make a market trend, you watch in a market trend and you see that there is a gap in the market, then you now have an idea. That is an ideation. You have an idea, and that idea, you transform it through action into reality. It is not some idea, it is not some idea that is stuck in your head. It is something that you must bring to action, bring to reality. Entrepreneurs take their ideas and execute it. So entrepreneurship is about executions of idea. Entrepreneurship is about execution of ideas. I want us to understand that when you have an idea of getting solution to a problem, to a threat, you want that threat to be taken care of, and you have a solution for it, well, that is it. You just need, you need to execute, which is action. that we are talking about here. From idea to business. What is an entrepreneurship? We are still continuing with that. It's very, we want to see what other people have said about entrepreneurship. What other people have said about entrepreneurship. We want to say that now. So at Ms. Nikon, founders of Nikon shares, many are excited to become an entrepreneur, but get discouraged when reality hits. Entrepreneurship means staying committed to your goals beyond your feelings of excitement. Stay the course and keep your why in mind. Many are excited to become an entrepreneur, but get discouraged when reality hits. There will always be problem on your way when you are doing this. Entrepreneurship means staying committed to your goals beyond your feelings, not what you feel now. So, of excitement, stay the course and keep your why in mind. That is why you are talking about vision and mission statement. When you want to do become an entrepreneur, you must have a vision. Why you want to do what you want to do. You must have a mission too, and you must have a core value. These are the things that will help you to drive. And in the process of driving all these vision, missions, and core value for your entrepreneurship, you need to stay focused and stay committed, because the reality will hit. There are so many exogenous variables that we cannot control by ourselves. They're external. They will hit. But when they are hit, then those commitments, those focus, those your why you are in that entrepreneurship, in that business, the solution you want to solve, the threat you want to take care of, that will be the driving force that will keep you going, not to lose track. Again, we have another person who have this to say. Founders and CEO of a new Neuroflow, Christopher Monaro, says, entrepreneurship means being the one that is willing to take a leap, work hard enough to sacrifice everything else around you, all in the name of solving problems, because no one else is capable or possesses the desire. That is another angle I want us to look at, that what the entrepreneurship is all about. It means being the one that is willing to take a leap. Other people may see it, but they don't have that mindset. They don't have that focus. They don't have that interest to take a leap. They don't have that power, but you have that, and you work hard enough to sacrifice everything else around you. And we can see people in our day like a Doyers of accountancy. When it started in Nigeria, it was very, but he took the leaps and he was doing it gradually, and today we can see where the accountancy professions is today. We can see it, and so many things like that. That doesn't mean that there wasn't problem on their way. There was a lot of problem, but they were able to stay focused, stay committed, because they have a goal. They have something to achieve for Nigeria, for youth in Nigeria, for job creation in Nigeria, for profession, standard profession in Nigeria. So because of that, they take that one so strongly. So that is what I want us also to know. Another thing that is here is that the meaning of entrepreneurship is a bit different from Jolet Kamanaha, Director of Marketing and Finance of Fresh Print, who shares entrepreneurs make their way down in never-ending list of problems with great passion and energy. Why intense? Being an entrepreneur means you get to live life learning an incredible amount and maximize your impact on the world, because you have to take the hardest problem So this is very, very, it's not going to be easy when you want to become an entrepreneur, but the reward is endless. It has no limit, especially if it is an entrepreneurship that have to revolutionize the world. You can see the owner of Apple, Steve Jobs. You can see other people. You can see the Google, the Google's founder. You can see the Facebook. So you can see the Microsoft founder. You can see the Amazon founder. They are all there. They started, but they stay focused because they study the market. They see that there is a gap that need to be met. Look at it today. So they become impactful, and almost everybody in the world are tapping into that advantage. So that is the type of thing also we should be willing to do as a nation, as individual, because we will see an enormous benefit of becoming an entrepreneur. In our country, like in Nigeria, in US, we have seen a lot of benefits that this entrepreneurship, the startup company has, helped Americans to achieve, and even other advantages like Germany, So, like, look at China, they are doing the same thing. They encourage entrepreneurship, the startup, small company. Apart from China, Germany is the greatest exporter in the world, and America is probably third. So you can see that, but we have these are the backbone of a nation, to transform an ideation into a business reality, and it create job for people. It make life meaningful for the citizen. While people are still looking at government to create job, we can also create job ourselves. But we must think outside the box. We must try to be creative and also bring an idea into business reality so that we can create business empires for our nation. Thank God for what Page is doing to create an opportunity for young accountants, qualified accountants who have nothing to do. They don't even know where to start. This is a great opportunity for us to make use of, and it is going to be well. At the end of the day, it's going to be well. It's going to be well. We are continuing to review what people say about an entrepreneurship. Here, how Nicole Fates, founders of 10 Carat Creation, break it down. Being an entrepreneur means having a plan and vision, but still succeeding or trying to succeed when the plan falls apart and you are left with only your vision. It also means knowing when to give up, especially if your idea is not working due to forces outside of yourself. Here is talking about, things will happen on your way, but you should focus on your vision, on your dream, how to solve that problem you identify, how to solve that gap you identify in the market. You should be ready to stay focused on that vision, that mission statement you have that you want to solve problem. That your mission statement will help your visions to come to life, and the core value that you have will support you realizing your vision. So you need to, but he's saying that in a situation where the forces outside yourself is making it to move forward, that you need to have what is called exit strategy. So that without losing anything. So that is risk management aspect of it. When you are trying to become an entrepreneur, you need to have at the back of your mind that risk strategy, how to exit this business in case if the forces outside me is working against it and I can not move forward. Then we need to have an exit strategy that will not make us to lose all our assets, everything that we spend on it. So that is what Faith is talking about there. We have another one that says, according to James Sandover, founders and CEO of Measure Match, being an entrepreneur means diving headlong into a likely very risky venture of your own making, working hard, long hour, often alone, to carve out a path to success and never give up. Never give up. You know, when you want to become an entrepreneur, you must have that determination that I will not give up. Look at, well, it's just a diversion. Look at Joe Biden here. He has been in the civil service for 50 years and he has as a vice president, but he keep on going. He has tried to become, to become president 3 times, but he failed, but he keep on going. He keep on going. He was 78 years now, but he realized his goal. Today, he never gave up. He never gave up. And that tests the characters and integrities, and the power of commitment and power of passion for something that you like. When you have a passion for something, and you know the importance of that passion, how it's going to affect life positively. Oh, you are ready to go all out for it, to commit everything for it, and to make sure that no matter what, you stay focused. You never give up. You never give up. You can alter your ideas. You can do, you know, we are an accountant. We know what is called as systematic risk and unsystematic risk. You know, systematic risk is a market risk that affects something that cannot be tackled with diversification. It can only be hedged through insurance or something else. But what is called unsystematic risk is something that have to do with a particular industry, and which you can use diversification to manage. So in that excess, so what we are saying is that you never give up. When you are in entrepreneur, you can have a lot of, you know, risk management measure to guide against yourself so that you stay focused until you realize your goal. You know, it involved a lot of things. As you can see that you work so hard, long hours, often alone, to carve out a path to success and never give up. Never give up. Be doing it little by little, precept upon precept, and you will get there. So that's, and I love this because it's good for us to know what entrepreneurship is all about. Entrepreneurship. Mike Kim, co-founders and CEO of K-pop Foods, share what entrepreneurship is really all about. Entrepreneurship is not for the faint-hearted. It's not for what? Faint-hearted. He said, I'm a US Army veteran. I've been in combat and I've endured many difficult situations. However, I can honestly say starting a company has been just as challenging, albeit in different ways. You know, so it's telling you that it's never for a fainted heart. When you want to become an entrepreneur, it's not for a fainted heart. It's not something that you will do in middle way. Even the Bible says, who will build a house will count what it will cost him, so that he will not build it halfway and neglect it, and people will be making mockery of him or her. So we need to really know that but like Steve Jobs today, if he is alive, he will be proud of what he has been able to do. People that are still alive, like the owners of Amazon, they become the highest millionaire in the world. Microsoft, in the founder is second, and you can see the young people, the Facebook guy, a young man like that is third, and they are making impact. They are still alive and they are seeing what they are doing because they stay focused. There is a lot of forces outside them that they are battling. Congress will call them to come and defend something. It's a tough question, terrible thing. They stay focused. You know, I mean, there is no success without challenges. So we need just to make sure that when we are going into entrepreneurship, we know what it entails, we are ready for it, and it is not for faint-hearted human being. It's not for that. It's not for that. While no one's life may be in imminent danger, the battle you face on your entrepreneurial journey can last years with no repose. Creating a successful business requires massive amount of action, perseverance, and conviction. Conviction. If you understand this and choose to proceed, you will find the experience rich in rewards. It is rich in reward. There is a lot of reward for it. You will never regret it. From idea to business. Now, we want to quickly look at the characteristics of entrepreneurial activities. So briefly, we do know core competence, we have initiative. Does things before ask for or forced to be events and act to extend the business to new areas, product or services. That is when you are studying the markets to identify the gap, to identify the realities, to identify the gap in the markets where there is demand and supply. When you see that demand is more than supply and that gap, you see that there are certain challenges that is causing that to happen. So, and you see that you can create a solution to meet up that gap. Then that is what, then perceiving opportunity, identify business opportunity and mobilizes necessary resources to make good an opportunity. Then information gathering, consult experts for business and technical advice, seek information of client or suppliers' needs, personally undertake market research and make use of personal contact or information networks to obtain useful information. So these are the characteristics of entrepreneurship, active entrepreneurial activities that I want those who want to become entrepreneurs to have in the mind. We are moving. We have efficiency orientation. Find way and means to do things faster, better, and economically. These are the gap. These are the things you are looking at. If you see that things that are in the market, it's not being done faster, better, and economically, win-win relationship for you and for the consumer, then you have that, the means to do that, you can become an entrepreneur. Planning. Various interrelated jobs are synchronized according to plan. Then problem solving, conceive new ideas and find innovative solutions. Self-confidence, make decision on his own and stick to it in spite of initial setback. You will see a step back, but you need to have self-confidence. And the area you are venturing into must be your area of core competence, where you have some knowledge. If you don't have core competence, then it's good too. You can partnership, strategic partnership. You can welcome people that have expertise in that area. You are the owners of that ideas. Then people that have experts will help you also in the process. Yet you must have self-confidence to coordinate and to manage everything. Experience, possesses technical expertise in an area of business, finance, and marketing. So it's very, very important for you, if you want to become an entrepreneur, to possess technical expertise in that core area that you are venturing into. Then it's good for you to have a business, finance, and marketing opportunity. Characteristics, we have persistence. As I said, when you want to become an entrepreneur, you need to be persistent. Persistence is key. Take a repeated or different actions to overcome obstacles. Concern for quality work. Concern for quality work. As you've started,
it's 13 hours.
First, let your destiny be based on let your entrepreneurship, let it based on truth, on fact from the beginning. Let the foundation be solid and good. State desires to produce or sell a better quality product or services. Compare its performance favorably with that of others. Make sure that you have a quality thing. Then commitment to contractual obligations. In the process, when you become an entrepreneur, you have a lot. You have a lot. So make a personal sacrifices or expands, extraordinary effort to complete a job. Accept full responsibility in completing a job contract on schedule. Pitches in with workers or work in their place to get the job done, and shows utmost concern to satisfy the customer. Or your customer, including your staff, including your customer. So make sure that everything is working. Then we are continuing. Self-critical, aware of personal limitation. Know your personal limitation. Be tried to improve upon by learning from your past mistake or experiences of others, and is never complacent with success. Don't ever be complacent with success. Use of influence strategies. Develop business contacts. Retails influential people as agents, and restrict disseminations of information in his possession. Any core information of your business strategy, entrepreneurship, keep it to yourself. Like today, the formula for Coke is being only known to the original, the two people that started Coke. So the formula you want to use, don't divulge that information to anybody. But make sure that you retain influential people as your agent, your contact, and make sure that you have something you can leverage on. Monitoring, develop a reporting system to ensure that work is completed and quality norms. Then credibility, demonstrate honesty in dealing with employees, suppliers, and customers, even if it means a loss of business. So it's very, very important. Characters, integrities. So when you want to make sure that everything is in good shape. So I will take you through that. There are so many theories here, theories of entrepreneurship. You have economic theory, that you will see how this transform. We have a sociological theory of entrepreneurship. We have psychological theory of entrepreneurship. We have innovation theory, and we have achievement motivation theory. So we are going to see how this thing transform at different age in the evolution of entrepreneurship. Now, we want to look at where was it started? This entrepreneurship, where was it started? It all started from the Garden of Eden. Whether Christian or whatever religion we believe that God created Adam and Eve. And we know that when they made a first mistake, they realized that they were naked, right? They realized that they were naked. And what did they do? They went ahead and they cut leaf to cover themselves. You could imagine if somebody keep on cutting leaf to cover, how many days can leaf stay on human body before it dry off? That's what they were doing. But what did God do? God killed an animal and he turned the skin and he make a coat for them to cover their nakedness. That is the beginnings of entrepreneurship. God himself is the beginning. He created the solution for our first parents, Adam and Eve, by covering them with something enduring, better than leaf, and it is just as simple as that. We have evolutions of entrepreneurship. 17th century, we have middle age. The owners of the capital is also the holder of the risk. Whosoever have idea, they created capital for themselves, and they bear the risk, they bear the capital risk, and they bear the business risk. Then 17th century, the owners of the capital bear the risk above the agreed price with the client. So you may have an idea, and you may not have capital. You approach the person who have capital, and he gave you the money with an agreed interest rate. And also, so, but if the business collapse, the owners of the capital suffer. So in 1725, Richard Santinol, the person who takes the risk, is different from the owners of the capital. You know, the person who takes the risk is different from the owner of capital. So now, that is what he did. Then Jean Baptiste says, separate from profit from an entrepreneurial project, from profit, from capital. You know, they agree. This one, if you have an idea, somebody will sponsor it. They will agree on the sharing of profit, and that is how it works. Then, 1876, Francis Walker separates two types of entrepreneurs: those who invest for interest income and those who earn management. So that is Francis. So you look at it at you invest for interest because you love it. You love that idea, but you are not the owner of the idea. You invest into it. And then the owner of the idea manage the whole thing. You. Then Joseph Scott Peter, entrepreneur, is an innovator and develop new technology. That is that. In 1961, David McLand, entrepreneur, is a startup, contemporary risk taker. You know, 1964, Peter Drucker, entrepreneur, maximizes opportunity. 1975, Albert Shapiro, entrepreneur, takes the initiative, engages human and material resources, and accepts the risk of error. Then in 1980, Carl Vesper, an entrepreneur, take a different view from economists, psychologists, business people, and politicians. 1983, Guilford Picot, within a large company, an entrepreneur, operates on an already set up organization. And 1985, Robert Herrich, entrepreneurship is the process of creating something new with new value, investing the necessary time and effort, using financial infrastructure, psychology, social risk, and returns is reflected as a cash return and personal satisfaction. So these are the different set of ideologies that we have. So, and at different stages of entrepreneurship. So who was the first entrepreneurship? As I said, God himself was the first entrepreneurship. He saw the need of a first man and woman and provided a solution for it. After realizing they both were naked, they hewed leaves to cover their nakedness, but God killed an animal, remove his skin, dry it, and cover them with it. So that is it. That's a solution. That's a problem that God identified. And we can see them when they were chased out of the Garden of Eden. When God covered their nakedness and with an enduring resources skin. So not leaf, as they reasoned, They thought leaf would be okay, but no, leaf will not be okay. So what age is appropriate to become one? You will see that now when light shines at the end of the tunnel, doesn't matter, but the passion, willingness, and determination to follow it through is the most driving forces behind every success entrepreneur. Whenever you discover how old are you, no matter how old are you, once you discover the mother gap, the problem, and you are able to provide solution to it, just do it. Just do it. Just do it. That is the right time. And we are going to see some other things. We see that the age of startup here, if we look at the age of startup here, you can see that 29 and younger, highest growth startup. So if you see that, that's the highest growth startup, because you have a lot of age behind you to learn. As you have just started your startup, you have a lot learning curve experience and many years. And that does not mean that other people are not useful. Like 30 people that are of 30 of age, look at them. So they have a longer percentage between 30 to 49. Look at this, even 50 to 59, you can see about more than 25% of people that are entrepreneurs today are at that age. Age doesn't matter. It is just a resolution, passion, commitment, and ready to, to exploit your opportunity. The advantages older adults brings to first-time entrepreneurship. People that are old adults, they have experience. Like many of us in this platform, we have worked in the industry. I've worked in the banking, the government, in the higher institution, in the practice. You have also audited so many industry, and you've seen so many things, how things are financed. So that's, you can leverage on that because you have known so many things. You have experienced so many things in life. So that is how it works. Then you outnumber the young in terms of experience. That is, that is one thing for you. Even if you are 30, 39, 40, 49, 50, 59, you have a lot of experience, and experience counts when you want to go into entrepreneurship. So you know your way around money. You have studied money and you know what money is all about. So then if you have worked in a big organization, you have gained valuable skills. Then, so you know exactly what customer problem needs solving. So you know what is that about. So you have a resource-rich network. So because you are older, you have a lot of people that are, you have network of people that you can leverage on. So, and you likely have an outsized fear of personal failure because you have seen failure so many times. And so you are not afraid of failure. You are ready to stay focused and stay committed. So without fearing fail, get to fail. So what are the benefits? What are the benefits to whosoever become one? So we have so many benefits. Societal responsibility and recognition. Small business owners are among the admired, respected, and trusted individuals of society. Customers have shown their trust and faithfulness over the years for their business, help to contribute to employment, business opportunity in a particular localities, so that is all, there is a lot. An individual's level, when right call is identified and pursued, God's purpose for our lives are easily achievable. Destiny fulfillment. When you are using your own time for yourself and you remain focused and you are progressing, you fulfill the destiny, you fulfill the purpose of God. Not that somebody will be directing you, somebody will be using your time to his own advantage, and you want to do something for your destiny, because you are working for somebody, your hand is tied, and so many and so on. So, and also we are happier when God's giving solution through us impact life positively on daily basis. When you have a solution and it's impacting life positively, you are happy. You are happy, and you see how the solution you provide is helping. So look at Isaac Newton. The light bulb today was created by him. And look at all over the world, we are using light bulb. Azumi is in the world today. He will be happy that what I created, is what everybody is using today. So, and so on. Prosperity will remember us for good. So when we have a solution, they will remember us for good. So we use our time for God's purpose for us and for our own purpose too. And we create livelihood for others, and again, we empower and inspire others into something bigger than themselves through our exceptional lives. Entrepreneur create job. We create job. Entrepreneur innovates, bring new idea, new way of doing things technologically. Entrepreneurs create change. We create change. We bring change into this world, global space. Entrepreneur give to society. That is community engagement and also corporate responsibility, and also entrepreneur add to national income. So these are the benefits of being an entrepreneur. So what does problems or threat identification means. First-hand experience or experiential encounters with a pathetic situation being experienced by a group of people for which they themselves could not find the solution. That is when problems or threat identification. So people are facing a pathetic situation. They can't help themselves. But you look at that situation, you study, and you have an inspiration, an idea that can bring solution, and you translate that idea into a business reality that it become a win-win relationship. You give them at a price that is affordable. You also make a profit. Your life are good, and everybody is good. So these are the things. You can see how to identify an opportunity. You see, observing the market trend. Look at what is happening in the market. Look deeply. Solving the problems. Then finding gaps in the marketplace. The gap. What are the gaps in the marketplace? That is where you see where the problem exists. You study that. You know? What does value proposition means? Want to see the ability to look beyond first-hand experience or experiential encounter of people with a pathetic situation for which they themselves could not find the solution, and then you being inspired with a right solution to manage that challenge or threat, which eventually results in a win-win situation or relationship for all the parties involved. That is value proposition. That value proposition must be economical, must be timely, must be attainable, you must be able to produce it at a faster rate that will meet the demand of people to take care of, must be valuable, must be something better than what was in existence or that is in existence. That is where you create a value proposition. You know, value proposition, you can look at selling to individuals, selling to a business entrepreneur. The two things that bind them together is value. That thing must be valuable. Usability, it must be usability, social inclusion. It must involve everybody. Then it must, is it in terms for health? Is it for aesthetics? Is it for status? Certain category of people. Newness, is it? It's a new area. It's a blue ocean. It's a blue ocean area where nobody has tapped into. You know, actualization. Is it for somebody to actualize? Is it for environmental purpose? Is it for ethical purpose? So if it is for individual, to business, is it to lower risk? Is it to saving time for the corporate? Is it for saving or making more money? Is it to enable enabling function? Is it for convenience? Is it for quality? Is it for customizable? You know, user friendly. So that thing, that is what we look at when we are creating value proposition for a new situation. 9 building blocks of a business entrepreneur. So we have problems when we are talking about 9 building block model. We are talking about the 9 things that you need to think of when you want to start a business. Then entrepreneurship. Problem, story of a person experiencing your pain points. You know, you have to find out those who are passing through that situation. What is their thinking? What, you know, it may be you. It may be somebody you are looking afar off. It may be the thing you are studying in the market. You need to know what they are thinking about that pain points so that you know what to do to help them. That is where even the value proposition starts. You know, problem solution, value proposition offer. So that is, you want to create a value proposition and offer. Then customer market analysis and infrastructure. So you have customers, you do the market analysis to know the customers, and also you study the infrastructure. Then through that, you know, customer segments. Then, you know, delivery. How do you want to deliver that? Customer channels, customer relationships. How do you want to manage the customer relationship. So, and now what channels of distribution you want to use. The captioning of the value, captioning of the value, financial viabilities, and business plan. Here, you want to capture the value proposition. Then, how do you do that? You do that through financial viability. You want to do the business plan. Then you do the business plan. That is, you capture the value of that business through the business plan. Then you determine financial viability. Then revenue streams. Then you study how are you going to get revenue from this new venture. So this problem you have created solution to. The price of that solution. How are you going to? Which numbers of people are going to make use of that solution, and at what price? And then you know your revenue stream. Is it continue? Is it something that it has inelastic demands? That is, whether in any season it can be demanded for. So it's not something that is inelastic, that maybe is seasonal. When it is season, out of season, so it's something that you can know the revenue streams. You can get through. Then key resources. Then you look at how do you finance this key resources, your expertise, your idea, the goodwill, the strategic partnership. Then how do you get finance for it? Your own investment saving, your capital pensionist, venturelist, capitalist. You want to use, or whatever you want to use, bank money. You want to use family money to support resources. All the resources you are going to use, the building, the technology, everything, the human resources, the team you are going to build, the strategic partnerships, suppliers that you are going to work with, distribute outlets that you are going to partner with other people strategically to distribute whichever way. So you have to think a lot. Key activities. Then the key activities you are going to do in your business. You are going to do the organogram of that, a flow chart, a process flow of all the key activities that you are going to run in your business. Key partnership. You are going to have key partnership also in your business. Both strategic one and you are going to have them. Cost structure. What cost structure is going to be for your entrepreneurship? You are going to determine that. As accountant, the variable cost, the price variable cost, the overhead cost, the fees cost, and so on and so forth. And you can determine your margin, a contribution margin ratio. You can know everything. You test all these things, and you really test it to see whether it is realistic. So when you want to become, you can see just as what I've put on the board. So it's all about that. So for now, this is what I have for you guys, and it's just an introductory aspect of entrepreneurships. That is where I will end now. So I open the floor for question and answer that you may want to throw to me.
So thank you so much, PC professional colleague Joseph. Thank you for your time. Thank you for at the moment, you can unmute yourself. Can you raise anyone that want to ask question can raise his hands, and we will then call out the names. You unmute yourself, then talk, so that will be orderly.
Okay.
Any question from anyone in the house? Like I said, this is supposed to be running in series. So these are introduction, and let's see how subsequent ones will look like. It appears it was well delivered, no question. Now, during your conversation, let me ask a question. During the presentation, you did say when it gets to that some strategic decisions, some key information regarding the business should be kept close to the chest. So I want to ask, now we have a platform, we have our platform, we are coming together to form our own business, and we get questions here, left, right, and center. There are some questions that come. I look at it and say, okay, should I answer or should I keep? But because of the open nature and our commitment to transparency, we are free to share some information. Now, we try as much as we've tried at least to have a WhatsApp group where we share some level of confidential information. But I can tell you that as we continue to go and we continue to ask questions, we might continue to give out more information. So, in your opinion, how do you think we can balance this so that we will not be seen to not be too democratic as we desire to be and as transparent as we want to be? Because we desire to venture into a lot of things, and we know that if we can keep these information to ourselves and nurture it closely, we'll be able to expand rapidly. So I need your guidance in that area.
Well, thank you. Because of the nature of the business we are in, this is more or less like a group investment now, and professional group investment, and it is still very important for us to note that it's not everything that we want to do that we should divulge information on this platform. You know, even when we have interest in the business, like business owner, periodically there is a way we should carry ourselves along. But you know, we have general platform and we have investor platform. There are some things that we can share on investor platform. It's very, very important, because if we share it in the general platform, there may be some people that they are not in agreement, or they have something similar to do, and they may study our strategies and use that one against us. So that is why many of the things we will let our colleagues know. They themselves, they know that it is in the interest of that business. If there is anything that we need to keep to ourselves for a reason until we get to a particular time, then we should let them know that we are not forgetting. We should be transparent. It's also a transparency that we are working at this at the right time. We will carry everybody. By then, we will have completed, you know, to a reasonable level that nobody can use that information against us, you know. So more importantly, it is very, very important to, you know, to take note of that. We just need to create awareness for our people that there are some, let them know what we should do. If they are not on the investment platform, then they cannot hear some information on people that are investing. And even with that, we have to be very, very careful, because even people that are part of, it's very dicey. People that are even part of they may even come in, you know, to even invest and spy some things and use it to their own advantage. But I don't expect that to happen. But you know, that's the nature of man. That's the nature of man. So what I think is that we should have a binding, we are binding ourselves of, and let us, whatever we want to do, let us register them and make sure that we have the right to do that thing so exclusively, so that even if anybody hear our strategy, it will not be go out and replicate it somewhere. So we have to use wisdom to manage that area. That's the way, because if it is registered and we know that that is the area we want to do, look at what happened to ICAN. There are something based on the ICAN Act of Parliament. There are things that we can do that help us with instead of taxation. If that is not registered, is not put in an act and everything, we will lose out. So it's just like that. So whatever we want to do, let us make sure that we have a legal backing and registration properly, and whosoever we want to expose our information to must be people that have rights to that information. So there must be people that have rights to that information. And even with people that have that right information, we should also have bind ourselves that on no occasion should our information on this platform be used against us or against anything in future, because I mean, that is nation of man. We cannot be too extra careful to manage that area. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Any other question from anybody in the house? In the absence of any question or comment, can anybody in the house give a vote of thanks? Alhaji Bala, I can see you. Alhaji Bala, can you give a vote of thanks? Alhaji Bala, are you sure you're still there? I'm trying to see. What about Uzoma Okerafo? I just hope they can unmute themselves. Yeah, okay.
Good evening, everybody.
Yeah.
On behalf of the business, I have to thank Mr. Nnamka. Thank you for this wonderful presentation this evening. It is very, very interesting. It's very educating. And if you can give this such a wonderful presentation, we thank you. And we hope and we believe that next time we call on you, you will be here for us. I believe so. Thank you very much. Well, Ms. Tuti, thank you as well. And I will just say, next time, Mr. Nnamka has promised with us. He has promised to guide us. He has promised to educate us more, and we will work for him more. Thank you.
So, thank you so much. So, thank you also on behalf of everyone of us. I enjoyed it, and I will say thank you to PC Okafor. Thank you to Joseph and everybody that made that time to attend. We really appreciate. Make sure that it's what you use this information learned today in your place of work, in your environment, to influence the society. This country needs a lot of employment. As I go along the street, I see a lot of youths, unemployed youths, and it's so scary, very scary. I can tell you that our leaders are trying their best, but I don't know if without our teamwork they can make it. So I think they need our teamwork to make a difference, a real difference. So God bless us all, and God bless PC Joseph. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate
this. This video will be placed on the page platform television. So I will we share it so that those that could not attend, maybe for one reason or the other, especially those Muslims that there are some Muslims that, you know, our timing it goes to their prayer time. I think they might not turn up, so they can share afterwards. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Thank you, Mr. Nyola. Good night.
Bye.
Thank you all. Thank you, Mr. Nnamdi. Bye.